So it turns out the Lantern is kinda crazy. Let's hop into it. Okay then, hopping into the first battle, I see a plant type and 2 light types. So yeah, let me just quickly bring Umbra and Imperior as like a nice backup plan, just in case the Umbra plant doesn't go very well. So yeah, my goal is to try and remove these 3 things, and then my Lantorch looks pretty good. Okay, I would love to lead up with Wobblisk. Not sure it's a great idea. Although, actually, never mind. That's a Dorigo lead. Yeah. Wobblisk actually would be my best lead. I guess I could have also gone Lantorch, but most Dorigos either run Boots, so it'll outspeed me, or Clutch Plushie, so I can't one-shot it. But yeah. Anyway, we can just go Wobblisk here, and we get to ignore their Draco Beams giving them +2s, basically. There's the first Draco Beam. I mean, this will do a pretty decent amount, but it can get stronger. Okay, here I'm just going to try and get Icicle Trap down. It'll just make it so it's a lot harder to keep going into the Gas Stroke, and the Charonix, and the... was it Nimue that is their light type? I already forgot, even though the battle started like 2 seconds ago. Wendelin is pretty annoying. I'm assuming is it Boots? Okay, that's actually great. I actually don't mind that whatsoever because now I know for a fact that my Lantorch will outspeed their Wendelin. I thought it would be Boots. I'm a little surprised they did that. Okay, sure, thanks. Okay, now we go for Fadeaway. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you switch into. I will take any chip damage that I can gladly get. And it's Charonix. Yes, we need to remove this as fast as possible, so I'm not complaining about it. Oh my gosh, I got another freeze. I am cheating. The only issue is it's most likely Reaper, which means, yeah, if it knocks me out, it's gonna get health back. So I might as well just go into Imperior, evilly click Nova Blast, and knock me out, so they get knocked out. Or they go for Magnify and they're forced to switch out, basically. Unless they want to lose their Tronics, but hey, it's gone anyway. So yeah, Imperior definitely needs a nerf. It is on my, like, top of my to-do list, basically, because it's not fair. It really isn't. Okay then, I'm just gonna go into my Lantorch again. Now, I say again, I haven't gone into it yet. Because, yeah, they could have a light type still, and their Gas Stroke, but with a Icicle Trap on the field, I'm gonna get some nice damage against either of them. The only issue is, do I want to go for a Flare, or do I want to go for Flash and Flee expecting like Nimue switching in? It honestly depends. If I'm expecting Gas Stroke, I Fade. If I expect Nimue, I Flash. I'm gonna click Flash and Flee. I think that's probably the smarter play. Come on! Okay, I made the right call. Now, we just go into Umbrat. The only issue is, do I click Quick Pounce to outspeed it, or do I click Chase Down? That is the biggest issue I'm gonna have. I guess I could also go Nevermare, because Nimue shouldn't hit me that hard. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Nevermare. I think it's just a little bit safer. I mean, the Umbra is definitely more suited to slower things like the Gas Stroke. Okay, so actually, if I think about their team, Nimue, Dorigo, Wendelin, Charonix, which was knocked out. I don't think we've seen the last Loomian. I don't think so. It could be anything, honestly. Okay, I just get a Pistol Slash. That should knock it out. Nice. Now, if they don't have Gas Stroke, Lantorch is looking really freaking good. I switch in. I already got rid of the Boot User as well, and if Dorigo has a Clutch Plushie, that's also gone, so I just click Flare, and we nuke. And Dorigo is switching in. Yeah, I don't really mind too much about Dorigo. I probably shouldn't just sacrifice Nevermare, you know? I really shouldn't. I guess I'll probably sacrifice Wobblisk. That sounds a lot safer. Although, actually, with Gas Stroke, if it's Soul Burst, I could just keep driving forcing it over and over and over again, just to basically knock it out, just from it switching in. But I think this is fine. I'm actually surprised they went for Baffle, though. I'm not really too sure what the plan was with that. Also, you are not getting your boots back, okay? You're not all them back. Actually, are you gonna click Batter? Nah, I didn't think so. Just goes for Dazzling Barrage, and that should knock me out. Okay, nice. Yep, I think I'm pretty safe here now to go into my Lantorch. I mean, if they do have Gas Stroke, I just go for Fadeaway after it switches in, and I gotta go into my Umbra. Or I could actually just hard switch into it. I gotta be a little bit careful about my energy, because I don't want to waste it just by switching and doing no damage. Okay, at least stay in, so either they don't have Gas Stroke, or they weren't sure which Lantorch set I'm using, because you can also run Wildfire. Wildfire is still pretty good, but I think the Do or Die with Flare is just honestly better. Okay, there's Dorigo. Did I miscount? Is this our last one? Nope, they definitely have something else. No idea what it is, though. But either way, this should be the Dorigo down. See you later. Critical hit was not necessary. That was way overkill. It's quad weak, 140 base power, getting stab, Do or Die increase. That critical hit was not needed at all. Oh, it's Have. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about you, but yeah, I didn't really need to remember you because you're already gone. Okay, yeah, Lantorch is pretty good once you get rid of all of its counters, basically, but that is really easy if you have an Umbrat. I mean, and also you have Flash and Flee and Fadeaway. Yeah, Lantorch is definitely the best yokai, and honestly, it is kind of one of the, I would say, honestly, one of the best Loomians in the game, kinda. Okay then, hopping into the next battle, now we're using the revenge-killing Lantorch, which is basically just Wildfire, so my Fire Breaths are priority now. Okay, let's go Webelisk. I don't think they have any way to get rid of entry hazards. I mean, they could, but I doubt it from what they have on their team. Although, I was almost about to not bring Eliguana because they don't have any way to set up entry hazard on my side of the field, except they do. They have a Boonery, so if I copy my Wabelisk, oof. Also, in this first battle, I'm not sure if I actually mentioned it, but that set was a Do or Die Specialty Boots Glass Cannon set. It's just been to outspeed as many things as possible, and nuke. That one is definitely better than the Revenge Killing one, but, I mean, it's still alright. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for easy Lyra Barbs. That will do some decent damage, but yeah. I'm not really too sure how I feel about Rancidor. It looks like it's alright. That's about it. But yeah. Lantorch, on the other hand, is really freaking good. Oh, okay. Going for Peace of Minds. I'm fine with this because, yeah, there's one issue. It doesn't matter how high your stats get with Peace of Mind. I have Ignorance. I'm just gonna ignore it. So I'm just gonna get Layer Excla Traps down and 3 Layer Babs down. I'm not gonna complain. And if I really want to, because Rancidor does resist fire, unfortunately, I can just Driving Force it out, and then have to, like, take most of its health, switch him back in. Also, I gotta say, I have hopped around a few battles. This guy has the best team for me to showcase this Wildfire. He has so many things weak to fire. So I'm pretty excited. So yeah, now that we've got all my Babs down, I basically just gotta maybe weaken a couple things like Rancidor, and honestly we should be good. But yeah, here I'm clicking Driving Force. I don't care. Spectral Burst, now you only have enough energy for one more move. You probably just realized how dumb you were by spamming Peace of Minds, because that did no damage at all. Oh, Boonery. Boonery could copy my Lantorch, which would be really, really annoying now that I think about it. Because it would outspeed me if it uses its own priority fire. And if it's specialty boots, it will always outspeed me. I'm gonna click Driving Force slow. Either they go for Driving Force and they'll knock me out of the battle, or they go for Layer Babs. I have got Eliguana, so I can get rid of them. It's gonna be a little tricky, but one layer isn't too bad, I guess. And they go for Driving Force. Yep, that is completely fine. And actually, to my knowledge, it potentially might not be specialty boots. It might just have got the speed type there. I really don't know. Either way, I'm gonna go for a Flash and Flee again, and actually, I guess we're about to see. I'm gonna go Nevermare, and if I click Driving Force again, then it hopefully is specialty boots. Okay, nice. It looks like it is, so, yep. pretty good matchup here. I just basically need to hit this thing, hopefully knock it out, and we're pretty good. Actually, no. I actually couldn't have gone into Lantorch because I would have got Driving Force out. I could honestly just let Lantorch KO this low. I just can't really get into it right now. I'll just go for Primal Slash Lens just to do some damage to something, and just Cram Boss. You are quad weak to fire. Don't mind if I do. The issue is, I gotta try and get Lantorch on the field. I am so sorry, Webelisk. Yeah, is Webelisk actually the best thing to sacrifice? Probably not, but it is the weakest thing that I have on my team, so I'm gonna sacrifice it. I really shouldn't do this, but too late. It's already in motion. Let me just go for a rest. Just, you know, hit me harder. Vice Jaws? Nice. Still not enough to one-shot me low. I mean, Wobelisk is really freaking defensive, and Cramboss doesn't really hit that hard unless it goes for, Battle Chime or a Bulk Up, and even then it's still a little bit on the lackluster side. I guess I'll go for Driving Force just in case they switch out, but they go for Vice Jaws. Okay, that is completely fine. And now, it's time to shine. Okay, Lantorch, let's get some knockouts. Okay, then, that should be the Cramboss down. And I mean, yeah, Fire Breath is also really nice with Wildfire to, like, get rid of the things that are, like, faster than you. And then for, like, the slower things, you have Flare. Although it isn't boosted by Do or Die because we don't have the ability. I mean, still 140 base power with Stab. Still doing some pretty good damage. And that is Rancidor. How are you doing? Spirit, Ancient, I don't care about, so you have to click a poison move. This was the only one thing I really didn't want to fight against right now. I guess I can just go Eliguana. I'm assuming just Muck Blast, right? Oh, I had to let Scar down to rest. I could've just knocked it out. I'll just Flush and Flee. This should actually outspeed us, and because it has a lot of natural range bulk, it might just live. Joker Beam? You do realize you probably have Uller Moose, Uller and Draco Beam, right? I don't think that's your only move. There's gotta be another move that you have. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go into my Lantorch now. It would be amazing if I had Burn Up, because obviously with Wildfire, it's just like Fallmin. Fallmin gets Mind priority, so Psycho Blast and Peace of Mind gets priority, whereas Lantorch has got Burn Up, obviously not as good as Peace of Mind, and we also have Raging Flame. So there are those as well, if you want to get rid of Fade Away or Flash and Flee, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, I think I can just go for Fire Breath. Actually, I don't think it really matters why I click, to be honest. I'll go for Flare, even though it's gonna... Oh, surprisingly it doesn't outspeed me. But yeah, even if we go for Fire Breath, it should still knock it out. But with its range bulk, it maybe might not. It's fine though. Eclipse is also going to be a little bit problematic because... Oh, actually, his secret ability. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest. Clicking Flare there was actually a pretty dumb idea. I completely forgot about Eclipse. But yeah, I don't think Fire Breath is actually going to knock out Eclipse. And I really don't want to take a Dark Surge. Because even though I'm not Do or Die, and I'm not like recalling myself, I'm still freaking frail as heck. So, no thanks? No thanks. I'm just gonna go into Imperior. The Dark Surge shouldn't do that much to me, and I'm just gonna keep spamming Shield Blast now to try and do some damage. Okay, that's all I need to do. I just need to get you down to like maybe like what? I want to say 35% should do it for Fire Breath. Okay, Shield Blast 1. That is very bulky, I'm pretty sure. But hey, that also works, I guess. I mean, I know it's resisted, but my gosh, that tanked it a lot better than I thought it would. Here, I think we go Eliguana, because they have, like, what, like, Metronet and stuff? Oh, actually, Metronet doesn't take damage from the entry hazards. Oh, I forgot about that. How did I forget about it? Also, this actually isn't good, because Lantorch doesn't do damage to an iguana, so hey, good thing it's one-shots. Otherwise, this would be really, really bad. I actually can't even click Flash and Flee either. I physically can't even click Flash and Flee. Okay, what the heck do I do? Do I just half switch to Lantorch? Maybe they go for Rejuvenate? Boy, if they go for Rejuvenate, they're just locking themselves in. Yeah, I think I have to just go for Mudslide. I mean, yeah, we could have probably switched out, but probably not a good idea. Oh, they actually get rid of my entry hazards. Why didn't I think about that? I was not thinking at all. I just gave them the only opportunity to get rid of them because they have no other ways to get rid of them. Why did I do that? Like, literally, why did I do that? Okay, well, I'm just gonna go for the Flash and Flee. I might just barely live this. Never mind. If I did live it, definitely don't now. Definitely don't now. Here, I think I can go into Lantorch and click Flash and Flee one time to weaken it. I could actually just click Flare. Honestly, Flare might just knock it out. I'm gonna go for Flash and Flee low just to play it safe. We should outspeed it. This will do some... Oh, you know, Flare would have just knocked it out. I mean, I'm playing a little bit safe because obviously we haven't had anything like Flare in the game that is like that much damage without like some weird gimmick like Draco Beam lowering your stats. But yeah, I should believe in it more, clearly. It freaking nukes. And that should be the game, right? I'm pretty sure. That is your last Loomian? Okay, I thought so. Jumping into the sets lens, starting off with the glass cannon set first, we're running 200 range attack TPs with a very smart personality to hit as hard as possible. The 200 speed TPs will let us be as fast as possible. The 84 energy TPs at level 50 will give us a total of 250 energy, which will let us use 5 of any of our moves without needing to rest. And then we're left with 16 TPs, which I put 8 into health and 8 into range defense, because this will make our health stat 149 instead of 150, which with our ability, making us take recall for 10% of our health each time that we attack, which means we'll lose 14 health instead of 15. For the held item, we're running specialty boots, which will let us outspeed as much as possible to deal huge amount of damage. Then for the ability, we're running the normal ability Do or Die, which will increase the power of all of our moves by 30% at the cost of 10% of our health each time that we attack. And then finally for the moves, we're running Flare and Fire Breath as our strongest stab options, and then Fade Away and Flash and Flee as pivot options to get us out of bad situations. Although, you could try Spectral Burst if you really wanted the coverage. And then for the Revenge Killer set, we're running 200 range attack TPs with a very smart personality to hit as hard as possible. The 200 speed TPs will let us be as fast as possible. The 84 energy TPs at level 50 will give us a total of 250 energy, and that will let us use 5 of any of our moves without needing to rest. And then the 16 health TPs are leftovers. For the held item, we're running a Fire Essence because we'll mostly be spamming Fire Breath, although any other damage increasing item would also be fine. Then for our ability, we're running the normal ability Wildfire, which will make all of our moves have +1 priority, as long as we have above 50% health. And then finally for the moves, we're running Flare and Fire Breath as our strongest stab options, and then we have Fade Away and Flash and Flee to pivot out of the battle if we're in a bad situation. Although you could try Burn Up and Raging Flame, which will also get priority, and in the future you could also run a Mixed Attacker once we get a stronger melee fire type move, but right now I don't think it's worth it.